Close your eyes and imagine a time long ago, a time when the world was vastly different from what we know today. Picture a land of towering castles and bustling medieval cities where the streets were alive with the sounds of merchants and townsfolk. Hear the clang of swords in fierce battles and the serene chanting of monks in ancient monasteries. Smell the wood smoke from village hearths, the aroma of freshly baked bread, and the exotic spices from distant lands. This is medieval Europe, a 1,000-year span from the fall of the Roman Empire to the dawn of the Renaissance, a time of great change and development. It's a period often misunderstood, shrouded in myth and misconception, yet rich with history and culture. We embark on a journey to uncover the truth behind the legends, to explore the real stories of this fascinating era. We'll explore the lives of peasants and kings, monks and knights, each contributing to the tapestry of history in their own unique way. Join me as we unravel the intricate tapestry of time and discover the fascinating reality of medieval Europe. We'll uncover the stories woven into its fabric, tales of heroism, hardship, and everyday life. From the ashes of a fallen empire to the dazzling heights of the Renaissance, it's a story of resilience, transformation, and the enduring human spirit. Let's begin our adventure together. Our journey begins in the 5th century AD. The once mighty Roman Empire, weakened by internal strife and external pressures, crumbles under the weight of its own vastness. Barbarian tribes, long held at bay, surge across the borders, carving out new kingdoms from the empire's ruins. The Goths, Vandals, Franks and Saxons, once considered uncivilized, become major players on the European stage. Amidst the chaos and uncertainty, a new era dawns, the early Middle Ages. This period, often dubbed the Dark Ages, is marked by political fragmentation and constant warfare. Yet it's also a time of great cultural change and the emergence of new identities. The legacy of Rome, however, doesn't vanish in time. Its language, laws and traditions continue to influence the development of these emerging societies. From the ashes of the old world, a new Europe begins to take shape. In the midst of the upheaval, a new force emerges: Christianity. The Catholic Church, with its message of hope and salvation, provides spiritual guidance and stability in a world torn apart. Monasteries, scattered across the continent, become centers of learning and culture. Monks dedicated to a life of prayer and scholarship meticulously copy ancient texts, preserving the knowledge of the classical world. These monastic havens are not just repositories of old wisdom, they are also crucibles of new ideas. Monks develop new agricultural techniques, experiment with herbal remedies, and make advancements in architecture and engineering. They are the keepers of knowledge, the educators of the elite, and the bridge between the ancient world and the medieval era. In the darkness that followed Rome's fall, monasteries stand as beacons of light, nurturing the seeds of a cultural revival. And as Europe emerges from the early Middle Ages, a sense of stability returns. Improved agricultural techniques like the heavy plough and the 3-field crop rotation system lead to a surplus of food. This, in turn, fuels a population boom and a resurgence of trade. Towns, once small settlements, grow into bustling centers of commerce and craftsmanship. A new class emerges: the merchants. These enterprising individuals, driven by profit and the desire for exotic goods, establish trade routes across land and sea. They bring back spices from the East, silks from China, and new ideas from distant lands. This exchange of goods and ideas contributes to a vibrant urban culture and lays the foundation for the economic and social transformations of the High Middle Ages. Section 5: Knights and Cathedrals, the Age of Chivalry and Faith. The High Middle Ages, spanning from the 11th to the 13th centuries, is an era of soaring ambition and profound faith. This period is marked by significant developments in both the secular and religious spheres. It's the age of chivalry, where knights, bound by a code of honor and loyalty, fight for their lords and ladies. These warriors are not just soldiers, they are symbols of bravery and courtly love, often celebrated in the literature and songs of the time. Castles, imposing fortresses of stone, dot the landscape, symbols of power and protection in a world that can still be dangerous. These structures serve as both military strongholds and residences for the nobility, reflecting the hierarchical nature of medieval society. This is also a time of great religious fervor. Monasteries and churches become centers of learning and spiritual life, influencing every aspect of daily existence. Across Europe, magnificent cathedrals, towering feats of engineering and artistry rise skyward. These grand structures are designed to inspire awe and reverence, drawing the faithful closer to the divine. Their stained glass windows depicting biblical scenes and the lives of saints bathe the interiors in a kaleidoscope of colors. These windows are not just decorative, they serve as visual sermons, teaching the illiterate about the stories of the Bible. These cathedrals are not just places of worship, they are also centers of community life, hosting markets, festivals, and even theatrical performances. They are the heart of medieval towns where people gather for both spiritual and social activities. The construction of these grand edifices is a testament to the faith and the collective spirit of the medieval world. Skilled craftsmen, stonemasons and laborers work tirelessly, often over several generations, to bring these monumental visions to life. Section 6. The Black Death, a continent transformed. The 14th century brings a cataclysmic event that will forever alter the course of European history, the Black Death. This devastating pandemic, spread by fleas carried by rats, sweeps across the continent with terrifying speed. It leaves a trail of unimaginable suffering in its wake, wiping out an estimated 1/3 to 1/2 of Europe's population. The Black Death has a profound impact on every aspect of medieval society. The massive loss of life leads to labor shortages, economic decline, and social unrest. People question their faith, their leaders, and the very nature of their existence. The world, once familiar and ordered, is thrown into chaos and uncertainty. Yet, from the ashes of this tragedy, a new era will eventually dawn. Section 7. Seeds of Change, the Decline of Feudalism, and the Rise of Kings. The Black Death, while devastating, also acts as a catalyst for change. The old feudal system, based on land ownership and the obligations of lords and vassals, begins to crumble. The shortage of labor gives peasants more bargaining power as they demand higher wages and better working conditions. At the same time, kings seeking to consolidate their power begin to centralize authority. They raise their own armies, collect taxes directly, and create more efficient bureaucracies. The rise of powerful monarchs like the kings of France and England marks a shift away from the decentralized feudal system towards the formation of nation-states. The seeds of modern Europe are sown in the aftermath of the Black Death. Section 8. Wars and upheaval forging new nations. The late Middle Ages is a period of intense conflict as emerging nations vie for power and territory. The 100 Years' War, a protracted struggle between England and France, rages for over a century, leaving a lasting impact on both nations. New technologies of warfare like gunpowder and cannons make their appearance, forever changing the face of battle. These wars, while destructive, also contribute to the development of national identities. People begin to see themselves not just as subjects of a local lord, but as citizens of a larger entity, a nation. The concept of national pride and unity emerges, laying the groundwork for the modern nation-states we know today. Section 9. The dawn of a new age, transitioning to the Renaissance. By the 15th century, Europe is on the cusp of a new era, the Renaissance. This period of great intellectual and artistic flourishing marks a renewed interest in classical learning and a spirit of inquiry. The invention of the printing press by Johannes Gutenberg in the mid-15th century revolutionizes the spread of knowledge, making books more widely available and fueling a thirst for learning. The Renaissance, though often seen as a distinct period, has its roots firmly planted in the Middle Ages. The economic and social changes, the rise of cities, and the development of national identities all contribute to the cultural dynamism of the Renaissance. It is a testament to the enduring human spirit, the ability to adapt, innovate, and create even in the face of adversity. Section 10. Conclusion. The enduring spirit of medieval Europe. Our journey through medieval Europe has taken us through periods of darkness and light, of turmoil and transformation, and of incredible resilience. We've witnessed the fall of empires, the collapse of once great civilizations, the rise of new faiths, and the spread of religious movements that shaped the continent. We've seen the enduring power of the human spirit manifesting in art, culture, and daily life. From the ashes of Roman rule to the vibrant tapestry of the Renaissance, the Middle Ages were a bridge between ancient and modern worlds. Medieval Europe is a testament to the resilience and creativity of humankind, showcasing our ability to adapt and innovate. The Middle Ages, often misunderstood and misrepresented, were a time of profound intellectual and cultural growth. They were not a stagnant, dark ages, but a period of profound change and remarkable achievements in various fields. It was a time when the foundations of modern Europe were laid through the establishment of institutions and ideas that persist today. It was a time when new ideas took root and knowledge was preserved and expanded. It was a time when the human spirit time and again triumphed over adversity through wars, plagues, and social upheavals. As we conclude our journey, we reflect on the enduring legacy of this remarkable era. Let's remember that the Middle Ages are not just a distant past, they are a living part of our heritage. They are an integral part of who we are today, influencing our present and inspiring our future.